And we do have Remix standing in for one of our head-to-head players on GameHunters. Mello not playing, at least for map number 1. Hopefully going to be back later in this series. But GameHunters are underway with a fast pistol hit through a PRT, finds the early kill. The CT's trying to come back, but all getting picked apart. And GameHunters with or without a stand, it doesn't seem to matter. The call is perfect and the bullets are connecting. How's ODDIK though? A double kill from him, maybe a bit more to be said in this round. Well, maybe not.
Maybe not. You know, respect the hustle and the effort, but it's ABR to clean it up in the end there. I had this conversation as well with Fred. You know, he enjoys a bit of the force buys, or at least isn't opposed to them. I, myself, do not like them. I like seeing these egos here. Means there is not going to be an AWP, most likely. But ODDIK, look at him go!
I mean, he's making it look more like a full buy at this point.
But I love this conversation where GameHunters are going to be taken here map 1 at least. Map 2, we'll see how things go. But, as currently stands, I do have a lot of trust in 9Z. And I think they've got a lot of trust in themselves. They've got themselves now just 2 remaining, and 1 ODDIK. That's 3 for his Desert Eagle, 1 for Remix. And at the end of the round is coming through. It is going to be 9Z. Play this one from a more passive position. Max, the only one exploring, now smoked off as well. And I feel like it's rounds like this for 9Z that kind of showcase the sort of class that they should be in. To a degree, right? They can play these rounds even with these 5-on-5s. They don't need to get a advantage immediately. They'll happily wait for you to walk into them. And in this situation, it has led Martinez to a nice little 2K. Lich has shut him down. But nobody else is going to pressure this. 25 seconds. Well, 9Z, not scared of running down the clock. We might see that be a thing on the other side. But 15 seconds remain and out towards A.
Adams already finding just the 1 kill's all he needs to do. Actually, will go back for seconds and really disciplined there from Adams in terms of his peek towards short. Max able just to walk his way in. ABR not ready for that. AWP's been saved, and yeah, most of that round was pretty much disadvantaged for 9Z, but you see Martinez, he's not shying away from any of those gunfights towards A. Double kill. Eventually will get found by Lich, but it just sets Adams up so well here in short. Super aware of what could be happening. It feels like they've really done their homework, or they know exactly what GameHunters want to do in a situation like this. But so far, been that 5-round streak from 9Z, and towards middle, we are going to see a bit more of a heavy fight from Lucan as he just gets the 1 kill. I think they're going to be happy just to back away from that. A little bit more chip damage towards top middle as well, softening up a couple of players. Do have the AWP of Remix here, but it's actually PRT to find the kill onto Max, so Lucan is just going to back away.
We'll have to check all their corners, probably will overlook what are not hard clear instead. I do what leads, so this T side to a fumble. That as well. Not taking the full chance in walking out there. Instead, it's 1 and 2. Yeah, that's gonna be a fumble for sure. Flash as well, but ODDIK will be set up by his teammate, and 1 more having gone down at the PRT. Suddenly leaves just 1. And the round, yet again here, for the side of 9Z. They've got great responses here.
There's another disadvantage round for the Ts, and just with these weaker weapons, it is going to be Riccioli trying to open up this bomb site with this AK-47 in hand.
Making noise. There you go. ODDIK, top of the trash can, able to see into the apartments, but not ready for the follow-up. Rotation is coming through. It's going to be Max up close in the kitchen already. There goes a bit of util. Try to force Remix to move. But this retake itself, just when we were talking about how good 9Z's responses were, this time they let a massive gap into their defenses. Now that retake comes through. It's Adams who will start this one off with the first. Second spotted up close. There is going to be util. Lich is blind. PRT, however, does support. And it's down to the last 2 here as well, or short. Both walking through. Lich denies, and 1 remains. The Desert Eagle has the angle, has this one, but the shot is not there. And with a second to spare, the defuse from Martinez will secure a round for 9Z.
Yeah, certainly came close certainly came down to the wire. And look, that is the closest round that we've seen GameHunters have in a long, long time. But I love that Martinez is saving the AK over the AWP. He knows that the money's in such a good spot. Opening kill again for 9Z, and this is with Remix being 2 HP as well. So despite how close the last round looked, these full buys are still falling a little bit flat as Lich emerges through the underpass. As middle again is not really been an issue for GameHunters to take. It's just been, what do they lose? What's it cost to take this portion of the map? And in this round, it costs ABR's life and 98 points of health on Remix. What is this? Where are people looking?
Not at the right place, apparently. Can't be saying the same for 9Z, however, because they've looked in every right place. And even in this situation, PRT swings into one and suddenly multiplies to 3 or 4 on a screen.
As they are really starting to close things up to what could be an extremely dominant first half.
So far, that seems to be the case. But here's the thing. While you weren't here, while I was with Fred for a few days, we had like 8-4, 9-3, I think, almost every half. Yet half of those still ended up in comebacks. That's the scary part for a lot of these games to consider as well. Right, it doesn't matter how big the lead is.
All on Remix. Could actually get taken down after time here.
Oh!
Maybe not.
Nasty.
Can it be 11 in a row, though? Remix is all finds the opening kill. Gun fights towards top middle. Adames has to get caught out, and this is a much better looking round for GameHunters. The question is it just too late in the half, though? The final round, space out towards A is being taken by Remix and Lich. And it's left also Peak and Lucan sort of just guessing.
This is going to be a tough one. Lich takes a shot. Lucan will trade. Looking for 11 in a row here. That smoke will give him a little bit of space to maneuver around. A shot taken. Orb forced into CT. He's got to be able to recognize this, but how does he take this duel? If he wants to swing it towards Ticket Booth, that could be the opening he's looking for. Player in default, that is going to be the problem. He's giving it up now. There's a bit of noise. Ammunition's running low. Remix, he, however, has taken down Lucan here and will not be 11 in a row. Start playing the game the way they wanted to again. Right, they've had a couple of months now with the recent additions into this roster. I say like a couple of months, but like 4 and 5, you know, with Lucan and Adames. Should be enough time, right? They're trying to add more power to that team, and more power. They already had it out in Martinez and Huaso Peak. They've been delivering.
They completely overlooked the player in the corner, and still they can find the kills. This round, very similar, very reminiscent to what GameHunters did as well. Just a fast hit towards A with utility. And seemingly just as one-sided. Maybe I will be able to find a couple of consolation frags towards the end. The A bomb site is open, but with no defuse, get no time. It's going to be a mission. Can you save this USP? Got armor behind it. We'll make this what is going to be a second round force buy.
Hamas, not even one. The weapon, it'll take itself, it'll throw itself out of the hands, but he's got one. That might be okay if you have the rotations here quick enough. Not necessarily, but a smoke goes out. Lets the CT side have a bit of room now to work around the site. In kitchen, PRT with a kill of his own. This one may still be on. The problem is, there's no kit. Gotta move quickly. Half the time is already ticked down from apartments. Martinez, first one defended. Second, will surprise, but now you got a whole W. Move quickly here, because the T side, they will deny you if you let them. And while it's not clean, 9Z, they still have this one. And with that, Charlie, it's map point.
Got a couple of MP9s. I mean, the buy is better than the last, but it's still not exactly Essentially up to snuff as Lich is advancing with this MP9 and gets ripped out of the server. Opening kill goes the way of 9Z. Do we have any sort of a response, any sort of a defense that can hold this off? All 4 players are here for GameHunters. They do have the bodies to back it up, but the kills just are not coming through. Remix going down as well. ABR's M4 still not being tested. Finally swings on out. Will find a double. Ricoli in front of them, or Lee. Actually finds one of his own. Bit messy in this round here from 9Z. They still do have the weapon advantage. No superior weapons have been able to be retrieved at all. But it feels like they've done enough.
Yeah.
1 versus 2. And the final player does get taken down. It's been a hell of a show in there from 9Z. Losing the pistol round initially and then just losing 1 single round off the back of that. This is their opponent's map pick. Look, we haven't seen the greatest of things from GameHunters on Mirage. It is a map that they do like to pick a decent bit of the time, though, alongside a map like Nuke as well. But similarly, we haven't exactly seen the greatest things from 9Z either on this map. They've looked pretty disappointing at times as well. But that Mirage, I mean, what a turnaround that was.
Probably. Maybe not to the same degree, because it's really hard to expect anything of that same sort back-to-back, because that is just insane consistency. But I wouldn't say no to still seeing 9Z be pretty damn good here. Right, I talked about it. This is their map, pretty much. Like, for 2025, this has been their map. They've lost 3 times. 2 out of those have been 11-13. The other one was 11 or 13-8. Like, they've been really damn good. And Huaso Peak, I love the confidence. Result is not there, but he'll still at least buy space for his teammates to maneuver and move into the death domain. Down to the last man here, and the problem is, Luca does not have the moment. What he does have is a P250, a Dreams, and 1 potential headshot waiting for him. 9Z with the pistol this time. Get this game officially underway.
And obviously first AWP of Mello. First time we're seeing him wield this weapon, and out towards B, Martinez goes, but Mello instantly finds the opening kill with his big green. Fight's coming through towards B. They're not clean. 2 missed shots from Martinez allows GameHunters to get a pretty hefty man advantage here in this position, and Martinez just has to back away from tunnels. A lot of fighting there.
I believe. I don't know if you do, but I believe. It comes down to the timing, and if Mello nails this shot. No, I don't believe anymore. I stopped believing. It's as well, they're gonna know he's here, but it doesn't matter. As if it's just more than Lucan, but it was just him. Lone man taken care of, dealt with, and GameHunters first on the board.
The GameHunters get a nice early one, and everyone's back in spawn, and Mello's gone.
Oh no, Charlie. We've got problems here.
GameHunters got problems.
He won a round, he did what he was supposed to. And now it's caused turmoil within GameHunters. The team has turned on itself here.
And we are back here. Next, we got some bad news. Look, it's us on camera. I think a lot of people at home are going to know exactly what this means. But sadly for GameHunters, they've had too many issues. Mello just can't seem to get into the server. And I think unless they were able to play 4 versus 5, and even then, I think they know the outcome of this game. It is sadly an FF for GameHunters. But what that does mean is 9Z are already a victory up here in Group A. And that's going to be pretty huge for them going forward. Luckily, at least, Nexus,